AC seems a little warm.
It is warm, and it'll be interesting to see how this plays out during the course of this game. You know, the Bengals wearing the black home jerseys, that may get a little hot throughout the course of the game.
We've had the flip of the coin. The Bengals won. They want to take the second half kickoff. They've deferred. So McPherson will have the ball teed up at the 35. He'll be going into the wind. And you just saw it moments ago, lasting at about 10 to 15, maybe up to 20 miles an hour. That's Collier on the left and Justice Hill on the right. Chris Collier's a rookie, playing in his third game. Here we go. Bengals and Ravens looking into that bright Ohio sun to a knee. Collier and out to the 30-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Well, the analytics will tell you that Lamar Jackson right now is the 6th best quarterback in the NFL.
Well, and that's just purely based off of passing, right? It's like you got to consider what he is. He's a two-time MVP that uses his legs as well as he uses his arm, and they've found a great combination with he and Derrick Henry. But if they're going to stack the box, if the Bengals feel like they're going to have to put 8 in the box all day to stop this run game, don't be surprised if Lamar has a big day through the air.
Henry and Ricard will be the I formation. Now they switch. That was about 600 pounds of running back there in motion is Flowers. It goes to Flowers. Jet sweep. Blocked by Likely and a block by Kohler. And out of bounds goes Zay Flowers with a jet sweep. And on the play picks up 9 to the 39. On that offensive line, Ronnie Stanley has been terrific at the left tackle. He's healthy.
He really has been. There's been some shuffling at the guards as you see that moved around in the rookie. Rosengarten over on the side. Patrick Ricard, 42. He gets overlooked a lot, but he does everything for this team. He's basically like an extra lineman or extra tight end out there leading the holes for this run game.
Had a great talk with Todd Monken last week. Second-year offensive coordinator, 2nd down 1. Down with the dive. And a gain of 4 is Henry. He's out to the 43 and a 1st down. There's a look at Von Bell, who makes that stop. And on that defensive line, they get back Chris Jenkins and Hill. Hendrickson is healthy and Hubbard on the other side.
Yeah, the defense has been picked on some this year, but they are getting healthy. As you mentioned, they get back McKinley Jackson today. They get back Miles Murphy. B.J. Hill missed the last couple of games. It's important to have those guys up front.
Henry trying to follow a block. Nice tackle made by Hubbard at the 45 and a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8.
Well, it's going to be important all day long to tackle low. You've got to be able to take the legs out of Derrick Henry. If you go up too high, you know that stiff arm and gets in the open field the speed. So excellent job there by Hill and Hubbard to bring him down.
Dax Hill with the hit. Mike Hilton is out today. Knee injury, didn't practice all week. DJ Turner, a 2nd-year defensive back out of Michigan, taking his place. In the first possession of the game, 2nd down and 8. Pat Ricard is on the move. Jackson to the air, slings it upfield. Kohler makes the grab. He's close to a 1st down, and he's to about the 48-yard line. And a good throw to get the 1st, gain of 7.
Well, this shouldn't be a surprise that this pass goes to a tight end, right? They utilize the tight end as much as anybody in the passing game. Isaiah Likely is their leading receiver, but they spread the ball around. Running backs, tight ends, and when they get a chance to take a shot with the wideout, they will.
They're short, 3rd and 1. Jermaine Pratt made that last tackle with 2 tight ends. It's 3rd and 1. Henry cutting and then plows his way into Von Bell and taken down inside the 44. A 1st down run of 4 on 3rd and 1 by the NFL's #1 rusher, Derrick Henry.
Well, you could see the footwork that he has. The hole's not there. They did a good job of piling things up at the point of attack, but the way he's able to shuffle his feet and get over, and then, of course, nearly 250 pounds, as I've already said, you know, that's a hard man to bring down when it's trying to stop him on short distance.
It's 1st and 10. Here they come. Little sidearm delivery out of the reach is Zay Flowers. Thrown in back of him. It's incomplete. The pressure there. 2nd down and 10 for the Ravens on the game-opening drive.
Excellent job there. It looked like Murphy that's coming off the edge. He's the one on the backside containing things. He gets his arms up and causes the inaccurate throw. as Jackson watch how he drops his arm to try and throw it sidearm underneath the arm of Murphy, and that causes the inaccurate throw and the incompletion.
Miles Murphy's been on IR with the knee injury, injured it in camp, active today. The empty backfield, Hill in motion. It's a third down throw with a tackle made right there on Hill by Jermaine Pratt. It's a gain of 8. It'll be 3rd and 2 for the Ravens. Third straight game that this offense is facing a team that struggles to stop the run. We know that coming in, number 25 is the defensive run stoppage rate for Cincinnati.
Well, and I would think here that based on where they are in the field, they've got 2 downs to try and pick up this first down if they don't get it here on 3rd down.
Justice Hill, the back. 5 in the secondary. 3rd and 2. Hill, he's being chased by Murphy. Runs outside, shoved by Logan Wilson. Has the ball down to the 31. Gets the first down on 3rd and 2. He runs for 5, and the Ravens will move the chains.
Well, Murphy was in good position. You could see him staying home. He wasn't collapsing where he gave up the edge. The problem is, watch, he just sits at that little bit of hesitation, allows Hill to get around to the outside, and Logan Wilson able to get him shoved out of bounds, but not enough to stop the first down.
2 tight ends. Henry is in. 1st and 10. Game opening drive. Fake to Henry. Look at the blocking, especially from Stanley. And it's caught across the way. Flowers will dance at the 10. And he's down to the 8. And tackled by Cam Taylor-Britt. It's a 23-yard strike. And it's 1st and goal for Baltimore.
Keep an eye on the outside here. Watch the double move at the top of the route. It comes off of a hard play fake. He gives a little nod to the inside. That's enough to get the hips turn of the corner. Easy pitch and catch for the Ravens.
Now you got double trouble in their backfield with a look at Flowers. Both Hill and Henry back there. 1st and goal. Henry, fake, Jackson, and then wrapped up on the play by B.J. Hill. And he gains 3, and he's down to the 5. And it's 2nd down and goal.
Kevin, you asked Lamar the question last night, right? About his body weight and his speed and how he looks running the ball. Just how much
the quick twitch is back.
It definitely
Not that
is.
it left, but it really is evident.
Well, and he said he just didn't feel like himself the last couple of years. He's really wanted to work on dropping his weight to get that quickness back. And right now, everybody around the NFL is like, what do you mean he lost quickness? He's been fast the whole time.
Ravens have scored on every opening drive this season. 2nd and goal. It's Jackson with a block by Likely and a dive. Caught it! Touchdown to the pylon. Lamar Jackson. 5-yard touchdown run.
Let's see where the ball. He's going to extend the ball.
The knee
looks like it's making contact there.
He's short, I think, by an inch.
So it's automatic because it was ruled a touchdown. It's automatically reviewed.
Yep.
In New York.
The knee.
You see the knee go down.
Nice play there by Sam Hubbard.
After replay review, the runner is short of the goal line.
Hubbard saved it.
Yeah, and I thought DJ Hill did a nice job, or DJ Turner did a nice job coming up and trying to make it bounce to the outside. Likely was the lead blocker, and he went up and blew that up and gave Hubbard a chance. And I have a pretty good idea where this ball's going, I would think, but
good guess. That's why you're making that kind of salary. Well, nice balance too, and they've been looking at this. Henry back there with Ricard. So Henry's about 250. Ricard's about 300. You can do the math. 3rd and goal. Cleveland is in as an extra. Oh, he slipped. Then he sledgehammers his way across in a touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 100th career touchdown. That was a 1-yard plunge. And the Ravens are on top. 8:54 in the first.
We see as he goes to cut inside, he slips on the turf. He regains his balance, and he and Logan Wilson one-on-one. All you got to do is touch the white line with that ball, and clearly gets in. Loses his footing, but able to get up, regain his balance, lower the shoulder. The knee's down right there, but you can see he's already crossed the white line.
What an impressive drive. 70 yards. 3 of 3 on third down. Flowers, jet sweep for 9. Kohler for 7 through the air. Flowers caught one for 23. And Henry pounds it in. As I just said, the 100th career touchdown. Like 27 guys who have done that in the history of the league, and he's got a lot more football in him.
96 on the ground and 4 receiving. Gosh, it's phenomenal.
It's 7-0 with Tucker. Arts culture here in Cincinnati. Touchdown run. Henry of a yard. 4 carries on that drive. The ensuing kickoff by Tucker is out of the end zone. Touchback to the 30. It'll be 1st and 10. Bringing out quarterback Joe Burrow. I said before that analytically, the number 6 quarterback in the league was Jackson. Burrow is number 11 so far through the first month.
Well, I think the biggest thing with Joe Burrow is staying healthy, right? The numbers back up. When he's healthy, this team is good and he is good. It's a matter of staying healthy. And you go back to last season against these Baltimore Ravens in week 11, that's when he had the wrist injury that ended his season. But
Zach Moss is the running back, and a pump fake and maybe even a busted play, and down he goes, and Owe will jump on Burrow, and a gain of a yard, making it 2nd down and 9.
See, you get me talking about quarterbacks, and I talk right through your play, and then it's my fault here. Good job by Burrow not throwing an early interception. Seeing Hamilton coming off the edge there. Watch, he's trying to get a quick throw to the outside out to Higgins, but Hamilton jumping up would have knocked it up in the air and potentially gotten the interception off of that. Good decision by Burrow on the first play.
All in motion. Chase Brown was the running back, and he's got the wide receiver, Zach Higgins, who is belted on the play by Hamilton, who just seems to be all over the place. It's a gain of 3. They're up to the 34-yard line. So they got a rookie at that right tackle, Mims.
Yeah, Marius Mims has taken over at right tackle. Trent Brown went on IR after making the first 3 starts of the season. He got the start, Mims did, a week ago when they got the win over Carolina, and you can see the offensive weapons that Joe Burrow will have at his disposal today. Mims has his hands full, though, with Kyle Van Noy on that side.
I should say, it looked like the left tackle move. That was Brown. His dad was a longtime lineman. Orlando, a former Raven.
Neutral zone infraction.
Oh, it's on.
5-yard penalty.
The Ravens.
So 3rd down.
The neutral zone infraction. Owe will pick it up. That's why Brown moved.
Well, half a yard's a lot better than 5.5 yards.
Yep.
So that's a big call, getting that 5-yard on the hard count.
Owe, as you take a look at the Raven penalty yards this season, it's a bunch, clearly. Owe had a sack against Buffalo last week. 3rd and 1. Brown tries to Burrow, and a nice hit put in there with a great play. Roquan Smith, he leads him in tackling, and he comes up with a submarine tackle. There's no gain on the play. Here come the boos because the punting unit has taken the field for the Bengals.
Kevin, for me, it starts with Matabike in the middle. He's the one that gets penetration that causes this run play to go offline. And a great job on his part to get low, shoot through the gap, which causes them to bounce, which gives Roquan Smith time to come up and make the tackle for loss.
Ryan Rico is going to punt. He is a rookie free agent out of BYU and the #1 punter in the NFL. Be back, they got Tylan Wallace. Watch the fair catch. Makes it at about the 16. Ravens open the game on a 70-yard drive and a 1-yard touchdown run by Henry. Beginning again. Now it is 16. Jackson 1st and 10. Henry at his side. The fake McCary the block. And he goes outside. It's incomplete, and they're looking for Kolar. And the coverage on the play by Dax Hill. It's second down and 10.
Kevin, that was just an inaccurate throw. He's standing out there open, and it almost looked like that it was going to get intercepted. He left it too much to the inside. The play fake to Henry draws up the coverage, just a little step, pitch, and catch. But watch how it drifts upfield. Hill nearly coming up with the interception if it's not tipped away at the last second.
Last week, beating Buffalo 35-10. The Bills hadn't lost by more than 6 points in a regular season game in 3 years until last week. Second and 10. Outside they go. Flowers looking for a block from Likely. And then with the beat out him outside with Geno Stone, the former Raven. Gain of 5 out to the 21.
I cannot express enough how great of a play this was from Geno Stone. The fact that he was able to shed the blocker, make the tackle, bring him down, set up a third and medium here. He goes up, he makes contact, he's keeping leverage to the outside, but then he bounces off, comes inside, makes the tackle, making this a more manageable third down. Excellent job by the former Raven.
5 in the secondary. Justice Hill is in. His brother Dax just made a play moments ago. Third down and 5. Stanley the block. Downfield it goes, and on the fly is Flowers. Oh, he's slippery, and he takes it down to the 47-yard line of Baltimore. Catch and run at 23. Flowers is off to a huge day here in Cincinnati. A first down.
Lined up at the point of attack. He sees the linebacker come, and he's got a deep middle safety, so he knows no one's over on that side of the field. Watch, the middle of the field's vacated. Just a little pitch and catch. Good recognition by Lamar with the coverage and getting it on him quick.
Henry back in. Here comes the blitz from Hill, and outside they go for Likely, and there is a block by Wallace. And blown up on the play by DJ Turner. Might be gritting his teeth when he does it.
I know, that may have fired him up a little bit.
Look at Henry as a wingback here. Second down and 4. Ooh, it crumbles quickly. Down he goes, falling ahead. Not much there. And it was Hubbard with another nice play. Hubbard, who has worked inside a lot against Carolina last week and playing with the hamstring issue, comes up with another nice defensive play for the Bengals.
Well, Henry's going to the flat. Likely's coming on the slant behind him, and they just wanted that combination, high-low. Lamar wanted to take the slant, but the drop coverage before covering to the flat took away that angle to Likely, and they brought him down for the sack.
Justice Hill is the running back. 5 in the Bengals secondary. Third down and 7. Play clock. Jackson looking for Flowers. Broken up on the play by Cam Taylor-Britt, who has struggled 2 straight games, but comes up with a nice play right there. And it's fourth down in the punting unit out there for the Ravens.
Well, Cam Taylor-Britt, as you said, got picked on a week ago and has been picked on this season, but he has the outside receiver. We talked to Lou Anarumo about this week. It's his eyes. He wants his eyes better. That time there, he's got the outside receiver going down the boundary because his eyes are back on the quarterback. He sees that flare route that's being thrown, and he's able to recover and break it up.
Jordan Stout will punt. Charlie Jones is deep. The wind at the Baltimore punter's back. And he keeps it in. Let's see where they mark it as they roll up that sideline and try to figure out. There's another one inside the 20 for Stout. Burrow will begin it again. 1 of 1 through the air. First and 10 from his 14. The fake and the throw. Chase will reel it in. Humphrey was low to get him. Gain out to the 24. Picks up 9. Second down 1. What a catch by Jamar Chase.
Well, and that's really the second read there. He's trying to get Yoshivash up the field, and then it's covered, so he comes down low, and what a great catch by Jamar, bringing it in with his fingertips. And
Joe Burrow said this week it's paramount we start fast. Vital we start fast. They punted the first time. Now Bill Vinovich.
The receiver was short of the line of gain. It's going to be second down.
Did we not just say he gained 9? See. Ooh, that is not good. There is a Bengal going off Dax Hill. And he is going to the locker room. He's been probably the most consistent cornerback so far for the Bengals. And they're already without Mike Hilton. So that's two important players, at least for now. The Bengals are without. Little pistol here on second down and 1 for Burrow. Eric All, a rookie, and he can do it all. They foul the block of the tight end Sample. And Chase Brown digs his way for a first down, and Mel on 2nd 1, they get 3.
Yeah, Kev, Dax Hill came off the field limping. He was pointing to his right knee, and they evaluated him in the medical tent. You just saw him limp off into the locker room for further evaluation. His brother Justice told me this morning they've been trash talking all week long, but you know this is the last thing he wanted to see for his brother today.
Boy, no kidding. The secondary had struggled the first 3 games, but they're coming off their probably one of their best performances against the Carolina Panthers, who did beat them deep a couple times. We talked about that. Here is a pitch out. Look at Chase Brown. Bursting upfield. Brought down on the play by Marcus Williams after a gain of 16 to the 42 of Cincinnati. That's a Bengal first down.
Well, they run to the left to Brown and Volson. Good blocking on the outside. Get the seal to the inside there by... Looked like it was Yoshivas out there that gets the block on Hamilton. Much needed couple of first downs here for the Bengals offense.
A lot of work last week. 15 carries and 80 yards for Chase Brown. 1st and 10. Moss back in. There's a block by Brown. Blockers ahead. He follows the block of Kappa and the block of Karras. And it's a catch and run of 14 yards to the 44 of Baltimore, back to Coach Cowher in New York. On that Sunday night game last week to Baltimore. So Moss with a catch and run of 14, Brown with the run of 16, and the Bengals moving the ball to the 44 of Baltimore with a 1st and 10. Coming up the middle. Matabike, and then thrown away. Boy, they blew it up right there. Nnamdi Matabike with a big time push up the middle. And that blew up that play. Incomplete, 2nd down 10.
Well, Matabike has been doing this and trying to, he doesn't always come up with the numbers, but he's allowing other guys to come up and get the pressure. Trenton Simpson that time right off the back of Matabike, and
wow.
That's what causes Burrow to get rid of the ball.
Second down and 10. Five in the secondary. Blocked by Kappa. Burrow to the air. Caught. 25. Grabbed in the play by Mike Gesicki. Working on the wing. Beating Eddie Jackson. 19-yard pickup and a first down for Cincinnati.
Well, it's going to have to be if he
yes.
see his first foot's on the ground. So if they count that as a catch, that's 1 and that's 2. If they say that first foot was off the ground when it was secured, it appears that the foot's down when it initially happens. It'll be interesting to see if they challenge it. No challenge yet.
Too late. 1st and 10. Look at the burst up the middle. Brown and grabbed by Trenton Simpson. This Chase Brown, a transfer from Western Michigan, finished up in Illinois, 5th round pick. This area was affected with a lot of rain and wind last week as it worked its way up the eastern seaboard. First quarter statistics. Ravens are one of just 4 teams to score first in every game this season. Gesicki just caught one for 19, 1st and 10, a handoff here, Brown. And he burrows his way into the grasp of a couple. Stevens in the vicinity. Gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. This is the #1 run defense in the NFL. Zach Orr is the first-year coordinator. Last year, they led the NFL, this Raven defense did, in sacks, takeaways, and points allowed. First time the defense had ever done that.
Really enjoyed talking to Zach last night and just the energy that he's bringing to this new role. He's excited about it.
Burrow to the 10. Nice tackle was made by Ardarius Washington on Chase Brown. And a gain of a yard. Put him at the 11. 3rd and 7.
Good job by Washington here, as you see come up and just not give him any kind of separation. Humphrey to the outside, had good leverage on him out there, but setting up this 3rd and long.
Running back is Moss.
You got Higgins, you got Chase right there. To the left.
Caught, touchdown, T. Higgins. Now Humphrey was in the vicinity. The slant was there. An 11-yard touchdown pass by quarterback Joe Burrow. And the Bengals within an extra point of tying the game.
Well, Roquan Smith is at the line of scrimmage. You're going to see him drop out. He'll come from the picture at the bottom, number 0 there, trying to get to the outside. Just a double slant by Chase and Higgins. If you're Burrow, you just pick which one. And because Smith was in the lane for the first throw, he couldn't get out there in time to stop the second throw.
Higgins' first touchdown reception of the season. A great-looking drive, 86 yards, trying the extra point. McPherson tied at 7 early in the second. So far for the Bengals to tie the game. Higgins, his first catch in pay dirt of this season.
And Kevin, it was important for them to come away with a touchdown there. Burrow talked to us before the game about how it's limited opportunities against this Raven team that likes to possess the ball with their run game. So knowing you're only going to have a handful of opportunities, that was just the second possession of the game, and we're already into the second quarter.
It's the kickoff by the Bengals after the 11-yard touchdown pass out of the end zone. It goes. Touchback to the 30-yard line for the Houston Texans in receiving.
They talk about points are down around the league and a lot more field goals in the scoring and passing. And tell you what, there's some guys putting up some huge numbers, though.
Here's the pitch out to the aforementioned Henry. Looking for a block and moving his way. Tripped up on the play, Mel, by Trey Hendrickson on a gain of 3 for Henry.
Well, Kevin, the Bengals have officially ruled out cornerback Dax Hill with a right knee injury. That secondary already without starting safety Mike Hilton today, so they're going to need some guys to step up, especially with the day Zay Flowers is having so far. 3 receptions for 54 yards already today.
And, you know, they were just starting to get healthy, Mel, on that defensive line, bringing back some players. Last week, they got Jenkins. Hill is back. They got Murphy back today, McKinley Jackson, high-drafted players, young players. Now they're without the Bengals, 2 of their top 3 cornerbacks. Wallace in motion. Henry the call, grabbed and wrestled down. Looked like Geno Stone is the one to get him. Hill was there too. Gain of a yard on the play for Derrick Henry, like we said, on a 2,000-yard pace, running the ball for the Ravens.
Well, that's what you have to do with Derrick Henry. It's got to be gang tackling, right? As big as he is, Hubbard's a part of it. Geno Stone coming from the outside. Excellent job by the defense, not letting those legs get going to keep this 3rd and medium.
Justice Hill is in the backfield. The reigning MVP Jackson. Rosengarten the block, but here they come, breaking through, and now he's running for his life. Incomplete. Looking for Bateman.
Great job of disguise by the defense. They had 7 guys at the line of scrimmage, so it looked like it was going to be empty coverage, just man cover 0, everybody man-to-man at the snap of the ball. They dropped three guys out into coverage, taking away what Lamar thought was going to be a quick throws. So then he has to scramble, and at that point in time, it's more about finding a way to confuse the defense, and had a chance to get a toe tap on the sideline.
Hendrickson along with Murphy were chasing, and Jackson and the offense will give it up on a 4th and 5. To punt again will be Jordan Stout. Into the wind. 83-degree afternoon here in Cincinnati. It's deep, real deep. Touchback to the 20. So with Moss in the backfield in the pistol on a 1st and 10 after the 2nd straight Baltimore punt, and Burrow with an 11-yard touchdown pass in his pocket. Touchback to the 20, 1st and 10. Good tight end blocking, going deep, looking for Higgins. Broken up beautifully by Stevens. Brandon Stevens comes up with a terrific play, jousting with the receiver for the Bengals, 2nd and 10.
Higgins is in motion, so he really gets a running start on this, and Burrow's going to be upset with himself because he underthrows it. Higgins tries to come back, and make the catch. But what an excellent job by Stevens. Watch as he gets his arm up in there and is able to knock the ball loose by grabbing the elbow.
The secondary had struggled. We know that for the first 3 games, but they're coming off their best performance of the season against the Bills on Sunday night. 2nd down and 10. Moss was back there. Brown the block and incomplete, and Gesicki was in his sights. Developing game. Coach Cowher is really working hard.
He is.
My goodness. 3rd down and 10. 6 in the secondary. Hamilton on the blitz, and they get him. Hamilton's done it again. Coming up the middle. He's playing closer to the line of scrimmage. Playing the run well. He is 1 of 1. Kyle Hamilton forces a 4th and 17.
Well, and really what you need to keep your eye on Hamilton right there. He's just, as it's delayed, he goes right through. You come up and you try and make the block, and that's not a very good attempt at a block. Zach Orr talked to us yesterday, the defensive coordinator, about all the different things he asked Kyle Hamilton to do and how he excels at all of them.
Ryan Rigo's going to punt again. With the wind at his back, Wallace is back, Sun at his back. 38-yard line is where he begins. 3-5, not that good a punt. And then from behind, he was lassoed and brought down by Jordan Battle. Here is what they've done. Jackson, the reigning MVP, and Burrow off to a terrific start for Cincinnati with a 11-yard touchdown pass. Dax Hill has been taken out of the secondary for the Bengals, replaced by Jordan Battle. DJ Turner is taking the place of Mike Hilton, who is down. So 2 of the top 3 corners are out. There's Battle. It's 1st and 10. Short pass down the middle. Oh, knocked away. Big time hit by Taylor Britt. And picked up on the ricochet by Bateman. It's incomplete. Flowers was downfield. Aguilar was down there, and they're going for Nelson.
Well, they try and bring pressure off the play fake, and Britt with just a stamp of Aguilar to knock this ball loose. Clean hit. He hits him in the shoulder.
Nelson Aguilar cannot hold on, and understandably so. 2nd down and 10. Hill is the back. Well, a lot of guys on that line for Cincy. 2nd down and 10. Ricardo block. And that was grabbed on the play, it looks like, by Bateman. It was sliding, and Rashad Bateman picks it up. That's a gain of 17 yards down to the 34-yard line.
Excellent catch by Bateman.
Oof.
Appears he secures it, doesn't hit the ground. If it does, it wasn't moving when it did.
Bateman grabs his 10th reception of the season. Former 1st-round pick out of Minnesota.
Well, the first 2 downs, they tried causing some confusion with 8 guys in the box and dropping out into coverage, only rushing 4. This time it looks like they're going to bring some extra pressure.
Henry got a nice block in there, and leading the way was a guy playing at an all-pro level, Linderbaum, their center, leading the way, opening the door, picks up 5, 2nd down and 5. Linderbaum is a emerging player. And with that gain for Derrick Henry, now over 10,000 yards. That was a gain of 5. So he's scored his 100th career touchdown already in this one. Now over 10,000 for his career.
Just incredibly consistent throughout his entire career.
Henry is still in. Following Linderbaum again, he gashes that defense for a 1st down run. Down to the 20, and Melly picks up 8 in the 1st down.
Well, guys, Derrick Henry told me he spends over $250,000 on his health and body maintenance each year. He also wanted to clear some things up when it comes to his diet. He does eat before 4 p.m. He says he starts his day with some greens. His first real meal is after 12, and then he eats around 6, some lean protein and veggies. He said, if I didn't eat until 4 every day, my legs would look like hockey sticks. Also, he will allow himself a cheat meal in the offseason. Fried chicken, French toast, a good burger. Don't we all love that, guys?
Yeah, that's our diet. Or at least up here in the booth.
Yes.
1st and 10. Jackson, pressure, chasing Jenkins, throwing incomplete. And looking for Andrews. That's the first time they've thrown to him today. Second down and 10.
Well, and that was the thing that offensive coordinator Todd Monken told us, is he said just the discipline that he shows. As you see the numbers right there of active rushers, Henry now at 10-10, but just the discipline that he shows. He said he's disciplined in how he eats. He's disciplined in how he takes care of his body, the way he trains. Melanie told us the amount of money he spends on recovery and keeping his health. But he's also detailed in the way the run game works and what answers he wants from Monken.
Second down and 10. The quarterback will take it himself. Jackson cutting inside, slowed up by Hendrickson, three-time Pro Bowler, and brought down on the play. Smith got a hand on him. 3rd and 5 coming up.
Here's the fake to Henry, gets to the outside, and he realizes there's two guys out there, so he tries to cut back in. What appears was going to be no gain suddenly turned into a positive gain, so Hendrickson was in great position there.
The Ravens have scored a touchdown on each of their last 10 red zone trips. It is the longest active streak in the NFL, and that's where they are now. 3rd and 5. Hill the block. The blitz is on from Stone. The throw. Bateman. 10, 5. You can put him in for a touchdown. 16-yard touchdown pass, Jackson. And Baltimore is back on top.
Well, pressure from Geno Stone off the left edge. No one is blocking him or responsible for him in protection, so you're able to roll out and just get the escape and get away, and all that does is buy time for Bateman to work from the left side of the field all the way to the right. Lamar Jackson with the patience and the time to escape the rush and make an accurate throw for a touchdown.
Now the Ravens have scored in 11 consecutive red zone appearances this season. The extra point by Tucker, and it's a 14-7 Baltimore lead. Good looking drive. Bateman caught it. They're the number 5 scoring offense and the number 1 offense in the NFL. That of Baltimore coming up with a touchdown pass here.
Well, here's Bateman. He's going to work his way across the field, but watch the pressure coming off the edge here from Geno Stone. Nobody blocks him. It's man-to-man coverage across the board, and no one there to take him. It looks like Cam Taylor-Britt was supposed to be in coverage, but he dropped him, and easy pitch and catch once the sack didn't get there in time.
At the Tucker kickoff, and they'll leave it in the end zone. It'll be out to the 30. This is the first division game, but they have not won at home. They are 0-2 so far. 1st and 10 from their 30. The back is Brown. Gets the call. Stuffed up the middle. Knocked down Owe and others, along with Travis Jones, an emerging player. Travis Jones, 98 on that line.
Getting more and more opportunity as he showcased his talent. As I said last week, getting the 2 touchdowns.
He has a brother, Sid, who plays defensive back for the Eagles. 2nd down 9. And on the screws, it is Higgins trying to squirm away from Stevens. And he's shy of the first to the 39 on a gain of 7. 3rd and about 2.
Higgins one-on-one to the outside, just in man coverage. Stevens there is not in bad coverage. Just good placement of the ball and strong hands by Higgins. Make this 3rd and short.
Higgins missed the first couple games, Trent, because of a hamstring issue. At the franchise tag, so the salary and all that, the negotiations have been a topic here clearly. Moss the back. Chase on the move. Burrow to the air. They come up the middle with Robinson. How about that? Tavius Robinson coming through, blowing up the play, getting the sack. His first this year. They lose 8, and it's 4th down. Here comes the punting unit. They're back at their 32.
I don't know why he didn't throw it to Chase in the flat. All you needed was a yard. Jamar did that double move behind the line of scrimmage. He went out to the flat. Yes, there was a defender, but the defender was about 5 yards off. Instead, he tried to wait for another throw up the field, and excellent pressure by the Ravens there.
Ryan Rico will punt. Number 1 in net, number 1 in gross in the NFL. They signed him in late July after Kansas City waived him. Wallace. Oh, it's going to land beautifully. Now can they keep it in? Yes, they can. What a punt. Put him at the 2. Anthony saved it. 67-yarder. Rosengarten is still on their right tackle. Hurt his ankle the last time out there. 1st and 10 with a close-up look there of Derrick Henry. Oh, he's touched. Coming through, Sam Hubbard. It's a safety. Hubbard has had a great first half for the Bengals. And he just tackled the leading rusher in the NFL in the end zone for 2.
Well, you just talked about Rosengarten. Watch, he's going to go here. Nobody blocks. Nobody even touches him. Rosengarten steps to the outside.
$14-9, the new score. We'll be back in Cincinnati after this 30-second break. Boy, great work by our Larry Costigan and Brian Taylor up here. That's the first safety by the Bengals in 75 games. Back to 2019 against the Jets. And Hubbard turns it in as he tackles the NFL's leading rusher in the end zone. Now the kickoff after the safety. And away they go with a nice run. And taking it back is Charlie Jones. Good beginning field position for Burrow, and the offense, the safety again.
Well, I'm sure Hubbard couldn't believe that nobody was going to block him. And Ricard, you could see him running by, knowing that wasn't his assignment. But then he's like, wait a second, nobody's touching him. I got to try and get a shoulder on him. But it was too late at that point as Hubbard came up with the safety.
Moss the back, 1st and 10 for Burrow. 7 of 10 through the air. Moss. They play a couple, including Robinson, who brings them down at the 36 on a gain of 4. 2nd and 6.
And Kevin, we talked at the beginning of this game about how Joe Burrow talked about having to play a perfect game to win this game. And sometimes when you have that mindset going in, you can try doing too much. On the last 3rd down, he had an open receiver for 1 yard, get the first down. But they had a bigger play possibility developing. So he tried taking the bigger play as opposed to keeping the drive alive. Sometimes you can try doing too much.
5 defensive backs. Moss with the block. Time for Burrow. And he's got Jamar Chase, who is brought down by Brandon Stevens. A gain of 8 and a first down to the 44. By the way, let's not forget what the punter did. Rico with that great punt, which stranded Baltimore. As you see that play again, as the punter put him at the 2. So the punter, a rookie free agent, really did a terrific job.
Are you giving him the assist?
I'm going to give him the assist. Yeah.
That's right. He gets the assist.
Jamar Chase picks up 8. First down and 10. 44. Brown the block at the left tackle. Underneath they go. Nice defensive play by Hamilton. Looking for Moss. Incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
Well, and not only the punt, but the 2 guys that went down to cover it.
Yep.
That were able to tip it and not allow it to go into the end zone. So definitely a team effort on that one.
Dejon Anthony was one of them. It just shows you, there he is, the punter, Ryan Rico. In fact, he's been so good and was taking the place of the injured Brad Robbins, who went on the IR with the quad, that they released Robbins this week, and they're keeping the rookie free agent from BYU. 2nd down and 10. Underneath they go. Eric All, rookie Iowa, midfield. Stopped there by Washington. The jack of all trades. They love this kid. A gain of 5 for the rookie tight end to the 50.
Well, I thought it was interesting. Kyle Hamilton that time comes down. He's in the box. He's over the top of All, so it looks like he's in coverage. On the snap, Hamilton blitzes, who was able to get a sack earlier in this game. He blitzes, but they pick it up. And All recognizes that space had been vacated and that's where the hot throw went to pick up a nice chunk of yards there on second down.
3rd and 5. 53. Van Noy has been quiet. He was the defensive player of the month in the AFC in September. 3rd and 5. Lost the block. Incomplete. The coverage over there by Wiggins. They were going for Jamar Chase. It's incomplete. They remain at the 50. It's 4th down. Looks like the offense may stay on the field. Nope, they're going to bring in the punting unit. Got a little handsy there.
Yep. You see he's got both hands wrapped around his number, pulling him back. And I don't know how that's not called. That right arm was across this chest, pulling him back as Chase was trying to get to the outside. And it was right on the Bengals sideline, so you could understand why they were as mad as they were.
Rico to punt. Fair caught, 14, Wallace.
What should have been called a pass interference, not getting called.
Henry in the backfield in the pistol. 1st and 10, plugging him up, bringing him back. J.B. Hill. B.J. Hill was right there to get him. Hill started the first 2 games, inactive the last 2, active today. And this is a defensive line which has lost defensive tackle DJ Reader to Detroit. Year before they lost Jesse Bates. They've lost some important players, but they're now getting them back, especially on the line.
They have lost some in free agency, as you mentioned, and then you know, the injuries that they've sustained. But getting some guys back. Murphy's already had an impact in this game. B.J. Hill, we just saw with an impact. So getting healthy is important.
2nd down, 9. Underneath they go. Aguilar. And stopped there by Logan Wilson, the 4th leading tackler in the NFL. The Bengal linebacker. It's a gain of 4. They're out to the 19. Now we're getting close to that 2-minute warning.
Well, and this is a critical 3rd down in terms of, you just talked about the 2-minute warning coming up, but then both teams with 3 timeouts. If a 1st down is made, then all of a sudden you get into 2-minute mode for the Baltimore offense. And if you're able to get a stop here, maybe get a quick timeout to use that 2 minute to stop and give your offense some extra time if you're the Bengals.
5 defensive backs. Hill is the running back. 3rd down, 5. Jackson. The pump fake, the run, putting his shoulder to Jermaine Pratt. He is going to be short by about a yard. You're right, Trent. 3rd and 5. They pick up 4. Bridge very close to Paycor Stadium. And then after he did that bridge,
Kevin, the Ravens are going for it here.
Right. Tush push, 4th and 1. And look where they are. The push, the shove. And if the side judge is running in or any indication, they've got it. They move the chains. A 1st down and a gamble early on paid off by Baltimore.
Lamar is in the back. He's not even underneath center, which you wouldn't think.
Nope.
And you got Likely and
Kolar.
Henry pushing from Ricard, pushing from behind.
Charlie Kolar was the one to run it. And works his way in to the 1st down. 1st and 10, 3 timeouts. Hill in the backfield. And Jackson the hesitation. Rosendahl come the other side. Here they come with Hendrickson. Chased, getting away. He's as slippery as a raindrop. My goodness. Hill couldn't get him. Hendrickson couldn't get him.
I don't know how he got away from that.
Oh my gosh, what a play.
I don't know how he got away from it.
I don't either, but he throws it away, does not take the loss. 2nd down and 10.
Well, a lot of time went off the clock from going for it on that 4th down with the quarterback sneak. And then, so a good 40 seconds went off, and then that play happens, and all of a sudden now the clock stops because of incomplete pass. But
so you get the tight end in a wildcat, direct snap, and the tush push to get the 1st down deep in your own zone. Quarterback escapes a sack. 2nd and 10. Hill is brought down. Those 2 linebackers get him. Wilson and Pratt. No gain on the play. They stay just shy of the 25.
Baltimore is actually the one that called the timeout there, and considering it's 3rd and 10 now, Cincinnati, their sideline was thinking, okay, do we call timeout because we get a stop here? All of a sudden we may get the ball back and got a couple timeouts, go down and get a score. Got to remember, Cincinnati gets the ball in the second half, so they could maybe get a back-to-back, get that double-dip score that so many teams like to do. Why they defer. But Baltimore taking the timeout here allows Cincinnati to hang on to all three if they are able to get a stop here.
Baltimore has outrushed Cincinnati by only 67 yards in the first half. They've outrushed their last two opponents, Dallas and Buffalo, 545 to 132. Third down and 10. Rosengarten shoves out the pressure. Jackson deep and incomplete. And that whistles over the head of Flowers, and there was a nest of defenders around him. Jackson peeled off the turf. 4th and 10. No trying here for the tush push. And the short yardage clearly 4th and 10 punting unit out there for the Ravens.
Well, they brought pressure off the edge, but you can see guys dropping in the middle of the field, trying to get a little double robber going there with linebacker and safety. Hendrickson knocking Jackson to the ground after he throws this ball. So a dangerous throw down the middle of the field.
Jordan Stout will punt the ball, wind in his face. Deep back, they've got Charlie Jones, who's out of Purdue, backpedaling to the 8. Hang time of 4.89. And brought down beautifully by Nate Wiggins. He's their #1 pick out of Clemson. 66-yard punt, 12-yard return, back in 30 to Cincy. Has the ball at his 21. He'll be looking into 6 defensive backs. That has been one of the changes with Zach Gore. Used it a lot last week, using it today again. 6 back there, 1st and 10.
Higgins at the bottom one-on-one and chasing the middle of the field in that slot.
Moss the back. The pass caught by Higgins, and Humphrey will grab him and throw him out of bounds. 11-yard pickup, and they stop the clock at 28 seconds, and they're up to the 32.
Well, as I said, just one-on-one, all by himself on that side of the field. Just a little comeback timing throw by Burrow, hitting it to the back shoulder, able to catch it and get out of bounds.
Higgins today, 4 catches, 33 yards and a touchdown.
And this time Chase is one-on-one on the backside.
1st and 10. Brown the block. Elusively moving Burrow underneath the Moss. Into the secondary, brought down by Smith. And a timeout taken. He's out to the 41, and he's shy of a first down by about a yard on a gain of 9. 2nd down and 1. Well, bring your lens back on this one. What have you seen here in the first half? An important game certainly for the Bengals, winless at home and 1-3 coming in. And the suddenly hot Ravens, who've won their last 2 after starting with 2 losses.
Well, and I think that's what you get from this rivalry, right? You get a physical rivalry. You get 2 teams that don't like each other. It came out, Baltimore did that opening drive, 12 plays, 70 yards, go down and get a touchdown. But then I thought Cincinnati's defense responded pretty well. And even though Baltimore was able to get a touchdown later in the second quarter, I thought the defense responded well, considering some of the struggles they've had coming in. You can see how key it is for them to get some healthy defensive linemen back this game.
2nd down 1. Each team with 2 timeouts. Burrow through the air, 11-16. And he's got a touchdown pass to Higgins. Blocking there. Mims at the right tackle. Downfield. Caught. It's Chase. Hit by Marlon Humphrey. Grabbed by Smith. Works his way down to the 41 of Baltimore. It's a catch of 19 and a first down. Remember, the wind is going from left to right.
He's going to inside release and do the dig route. On the inside, Josevich is going to the outside. So that draws the underneath coverage. Actually, Josevich is running through. It's the late flat by the running back that draws that attention underneath, which allows the window. Excellent job by Burrow, stepping up in the pocket and sliding, keeping his eyes in the middle of the field, which holds Roquan Smith in the middle, which allows that window for Jamar Chase to get into. Nice job by Burrow that time.
Kicker Evan McPherson, who made a 56-yarder last week, a field goal in Carolina. 1st and 10. Moss the back, Karras the snap. Moss the block. Burrow going deep. He's got him! Touchdown! Jamar Chase. Flag has been thrown. A flag back at the 47. '41-yard touchdown reception.
Defense number 92.
And Cincinnati has their first lead.
Well, that tells you how vital the timeouts are in being able to get the stop defensively, get the ball back in your hands at offense, knowing that you have a chance. Joe Burrow standing in there under pressure, taking a big hit from Matabike. Great play design and just enough time for Burrow to get that ball out of his hand.
They're going to try for two with a 1-point lead right now. Timeout taken by Zach Taylor with 9 seconds to go. Let's go back and watch that play again. The 41-yard touchdown pass to Jamar Chase, 4th touchdown reception of the season.
Watch the inside route. Here's Chase. He's going to be running the deep crossing post. It's the inside route that draws the attention of the backside secondary. Watch the two of them. They see it coming up, so they both freeze, and they're all of a sudden there. So that leaves a giant window for Burrow to lay it open to. As I said, he held on to that ball as long as he could before taking the hit from Matabike. He laid it out there perfectly, and Jamar Chase went and got it.
Bengal offense, which has played well the last 3 weeks, has their first lead this afternoon with 2 touchdown passes by Joe Burrow. 11 yards, he hit Higgins. 41 yards, he hit Jamar Chase. Now going for 2. Moss at his side. Burrow. Around the block at the left tackle. And it's caught by Hamilton. There goes a flag. Hamilton's going to bring it out. And he's got an escort, and he breaks a tackle. And now it's a foot race from behind. Moss can't get him. Hamilton the other way. Hamilton running the length of the field. Chased over there by Gesicki. Brought down at the 5, the flag back in the end zone at the other end of the field.
Well, and it's Gesicki that is who they're trying to throw this ball to. So give both these guys credit. Listen, the amount of yards they just ran because they were in the far right quarter. Gesicki.
Defense number 14.
So Hamilton had the defensive pass interference against Gesicki. Got the interception, and then the two of them just ran probably 140 yards. Something like that.
A long way.
Grabbing him there. So now they've got to come up with a personnel group that's not tired to try this second 2-point attempt. Exactly. So you got to look at Gesicki back here. He's like, I can't even go back down there. And they're telling Kyle Hamilton, you have to be in here because you're so important to the defense. But it looks like they're letting him, because of the personnel group, the Bengals bringing in bigger personnel groups since this penalty now goes half the distance to the goal. So it's inside the 1.
So an extra lineman is in Cody Ford.
Yes, so that's the reason for the.
And now going for 2. And the running back is Brown. And all the tight end will be the fullback.
And Baltimore just called timeout.
Baltimore timeout. Yeah, since he's out.
We're all catching our breath, right?
Wow. So Baltimore had the lead on a 1-yard touchdown run by Henry. And for the first time today, and by the way, we're well overdue to bring in Gene Steratore, but Gene's going to join us, our rules analyst. And Gene, we're going to talk about the roughing the passer penalty moments ago on Baltimore against the Bengal quarterback Burrow.
Yeah, Kevin, and you know, they emphasize the body weight tremendously, as we all know. But to me, Matabike just really does a great job form tackling, really into Burrow's stomach and goes to the ground. Now, Burrow does fall hard, but I really don't see him lifting him or attempting to punish him with body weight.
Chase Brown for 2. He got it. And it's 17-14 Cincinnati. Gene, we thank you as Brown takes it in on the 2-point conversion. And Cincinnati is at 2 2-point plays in this first half. A safety and the 2-point to go up by 3. And this is their first lead of the game.
Well, and it all comes back to the way they manage the time. Saving the timeouts, giving themselves an opportunity here at the end of the half to go down and score. And I know we've said it, but they're going to get the ball coming out first in the second half.
That long touchdown pass of 41 yards by Burrow, the 22nd touchdown pass of his career of 40 yards or more since 2022.
And you know, Kevin, this has been a very clean first half. No turnovers, not very many penalties. Both teams playing hard, a back and forth battle. What everyone hoped and expected in this game, this type of rivalry game.
McPherson will kick it off. It's out of the end zone. 9 seconds to go. And Jackson and the Baltimore offense will go out there. And the quarterback numbers so far through almost a first half complete. Jackson and Burrow. 2 of the top 11 quarterbacks analytically so far in the NFL this year.
Yeah, they haven't been perfect. I know Burrow talks about trying to be perfect. They haven't been perfect, but both having very good days. Missing a couple of throws and some opportunities, but being smart with the football also and throwing it away on several occasions to keep their team in good position.
And to a knee goes Jackson. And halftime is here. These are usually high-scoring affairs. And sure enough, we're on the way to that. Let's go to Melanie Collins on the sideline.
Thanks, Coach. Take me through that last scoring drive, all 3 timeouts. What did you see from your offense that you liked?
Great protection up front, gave Joe time, got a chance to push the ball down the field. Jamar's just got that extra gear to be able to run that ball down. Not many guys can do that.
Zach, thank you.
Thank you.
So far, that's what it's lived up to.
Each quarterback with a touchdown pass. Jackson, 16 yards to Bateman on the run on that far sideline. And then Jamar Chase caught a 41-yarder in stride. Here we go. That's a kickoff by Justin Tucker. It is in the end zone, a touchback for the Bengals to their 30. Moments ago, Melanie Collins caught up with the coach of the Ravens, John Harbaugh.
John, just 58 yards rushing in that first half. How do you adjust in the ground game?
Well, we got to find a way to run the ball, but more importantly, we got to find a way to make some explosive plays against the fronts they're giving us. They're giving us a lot of run-stop fronts. We need to make some plays against that in the pass game, too.
Good luck in the second half.
Yes, thanks.
The other touchdown thrown by Burrow was to T. Higgins, which got him on the board and tied the game at 7. That was an 11-yard touchdown pass. So here they go, beginning 1st and 10. Moss the back. Brown the block. Burrow the throw. Great tackle, Redwell. And Trenton Simpson, the outside linebacker, brings down Jamar Chase, losing 4. And they're back to the 26.
Well, they did everything they could here. Watch off the play fake. And then the eyes of Burrow, knowing that he's just going to turn and make the quick throw if the throw's not there to the inside. And defense didn't fall for it, coming up making a nice tackle.
Second down and 10. Quick throw again, incomplete. Boy, that was bouncing in the air, ricocheting from one guy to the next. T. Higgins in the sights of the quarterback. 3rd and 14.
Well, 2 plays in a row going to Simpson's side, trying to take advantage of it. The Bengals and Burrow very lucky. The ball, it looks like it goes off of his helmet. Simpson's helmet. It looked like Roquan Smith was going to have it with a chance to return it for a touchdown. Nobody on that far sideline, so Burrow very fortunate on that one.
6 defensive backs. 3rd and 14. Good time. Long throw. Higgins. Flag. And they're working on Humphrey, as they were competing while airborne. 17 yards as it stands to the 43 of the Bengals.
Right now they're calling it complete.
Pass. Holding. Defense on the 44. Penalty decline. Results of the play. First down.
So he catches what they call, he catches the ball. He gets both feet down, and then they're saying because it was a football move, watch, he gets catch, both feet down. He's going to extend it, and then the ball comes out at the end. So they could challenge it, but knowing the penalty was a holding call, they just opt to let it go.
17-yard pickup. 1st and 10. Moss. And once again, Simpson is there to wrap him up at the 49-yard line on a burst of 7.
Well, that's a huge conversion to keep this thing alive. When you consider it was 3rd and 15, you can see the doctors looking at Higgins. Hit the ground pretty hard there on the 3rd down conversion, but instead of a 3 and out and giving the ball right back to the Ravens, they converted on 3rd down to keep this thing alive and now have 2nd and medium here at midfield.
Joe Mixon no longer here in Cincinnati. He is with Houston. Tyler Boyd, a wide receiver. Longtime Bengal, now with Tennessee. 2nd down and 3. With the pitch out, it goes to Brown. Slowed up on the play by Broderick Washington. He blew it up. Nice play inside by Washington. They lose 3 on the play. Back to the 47. And someone down, and it looks to be Brown. Nope, make it Mims. Mims, rookie right tackle. Amarius Mims out of Georgia, who's already, you mentioned this earlier, he's already taken the place of the veteran Trent Brown, who is out.
Yeah, this would be a big loss for the Bengals. Already on their backup tight end and 1st-round pick out of Georgia.
Injury timeout. We step aside from Cincinnati. Well, there's a starting right tackle for the Bengals, Amarius Mims, filling in for the veteran Trent Brown, who started the first 3 games, started today.
It's Stevens right
injured,
here.
Yep.
Watch the leg. Hits the back of Mims's leg.
So Cody Ford will take his place, number 61, at the right tackle. This is the 3rd string right tackle. 3rd and 6 for Burrow. Whacked as he throws. Caught for the 1st down. Chase. Nate Wiggins was on him. The gain to the 41 of Baltimore. 13-yard strike and a Bengal 1st down.
What's the Jamar Chase one-on-one with Wiggins to the right sideline, and you see once again we've seen this a couple times. We've seen it to Higgins. It's that timing route where you go up about 10 to 12 yards. You're throwing it at the outside shoulder. You turn around and that time it's a little high. He had to climb for it, but good secure catch.
This is the number 6 passing attack in the NFL. 1st and 10. Moss. Owe couldn't get him, but Hamilton slows him up and then finished off by Roquan Smith. And they get back to the line of scrimmage more or less. Maybe lose about a half yard. No gain. We'll call it 2nd down and 10.
Well, Zach Orr told us, the defensive coordinator for the Ravens, he said, what do you want the identity of this defense? I want them to be fast. I want them to be physical. I want them to be intense. I want them to be smart.
And this is a defense that had to replace 3 top defensive coaches, including the defensive coordinator Mike McDonald, head coach at Seattle, Anthony Weaver, now the DC down in Miami.
Or being a former player and all-pro former player.
2nd down 10. Right through the hands of Higgins. And there was a lot of traffic in the vicinity. It's incomplete, and it's 3rd and 10. They had Marcus Williams down there, play center field for the team, and doing it on this play for Baltimore.
Well, that one's a little high again, and that's a ball that you'd like to think Higgins is going to come up with. He's come up with several of them today, and that may have been a little bit too far. That barely got his fingertips on it, but anytime a ball is tipped in the middle of the field, you're fortunate, if you're the quarterback, that it hits the ground and doesn't get intercepted.
6 defensive backs again. They used the least amount of dime a season ago, now amongst the most. Baltimore's D. 3rd and 10. Brown holds him off. Yusuvash! Covered by Wiggins to the 2. 1st and goal. Marcus Williams back there, 2. Good for 39. Yusuvash.
Kevin, I didn't know if the ball was ever going to come down as high as he threw that. Yusuvash able to come up with it. He catches it 2 feet down, gets the knee down, the ball secured. 1st and goal for the Bengals, as you see Harbaugh clinging on to that challenge flag. I didn't see anything there that would make him want to throw it.
His first catch today. 1st and goal. All the lead block. Moss corkscrewing to the 1. Second down and goal. Plugged up in there. You can see Robinson, 95, and others on that pile. Extra lineman has come in, Jackson Kirkland. So more than the number of offensive linemen you normally see, with Ford now, who usually is the extra one, and Kirkland adding one more.
Well, that's about all the linemen they have. That's about it, right? It's
the shelf is empty.
Based on who's active. And
tight end Eric All will lead the way, and they tried to push on the second down and goal. No signal yet.
Yeah,
no signal yet. Nope.
Well, he wasn't there on the initial wave, but he definitely was crossed it on the second wave. So by the time the officials got in there, it must have been pushed back. Watch this initial wave. He doesn't get in on the initial wave.
Then there's the push by All.
But it looks like on this second, see how the second wave here, it starts pushing everybody. But they don't call it that way, and now you set up as third and goal from inches away.
They have brought back in both Higgins and Chase. They've taken out the extra lineman and the extra tight end. And it's third and goal. Well, they don't have the right personnel out there.
Well, they wouldn't let, they were calling for a play clock. They were.
Play game. Offensive line. Third and penalty.
Well, they were yelling for a play clock because the officials wouldn't let them take the snap. So by the time they were able to take the snap, the play clock was over.
Look at the bottom of your screen. Taylor said, wait a minute. Well, with the play clock. And the 0. And the delay of game back to the 5. First Bengals penalty today. Moss, the back. Chase and Higgins are in. Higgins on the move. Oh, they're bringing everybody. Caught for the touchdown. Higgins. Second today, and the third thrown by Joe Burrow. 5-yard touchdown pass. What a drive to open the second half of the game for Cincinnati.
Well, a simple play design here and an almost 6.5-minute drive. Higgins going to be to the outside, but they bring pressure. So when you bring that pressure and drop out, there's some easy throws. You just have to get the ball out of your hands quickly. That time, with outside leverage, Higgins is able to get to the inside, and no inside defensive pressure. Easy pitch and catch.
McPherson. Looked like Jackson was on the coverage. Throws that baby home, 24-14. The 5. And picked up right here by Collier, a rookie running back who is drilled on the play. And it was Davis Gaither who got him a linebacker. On that last drive, Bengals converted 3rd and 14 and 3rd and 10. Struggled on third down the first handful of games. Excelling here off the side, the blitz, and they send it out to Flowers. Jackson 1st and 10. He breaks a tackle of Stone. Von Bell was on the blitz. The catch and run to the 41. 16-yard pickup by Zay Flowers, having a big day.
Well, John Harbaugh told Melanie Collins coming out at halftime that they have to get the ball. They have to push the ball up the field. If the Bengals are going to stack the box and stop the run the way they have, there are some big play possibilities. So the opening play, make it a quick, easy throw to the outside, get in space away from those bodies inside the box. Now look forward to the Ravens offense, maybe taking some shots down the field.
Flowers, 4 catches, 70 yards. 1st and 10. Jackson deep. He's got his receiver. Galloping. Cooler. Shoved out of bounds by Stone. To the 5. What a throw by Jackson. In stride. 54 yards. 1st and goal. Ravens.
Well, Kolar is going to be lined up on the line of scrimmage. He's just right up here up the seam. You're going to see the outside receiver go towards the sideline. This is just an easy, it's a 4 vertical. You're just trying to put pressure on the coverage. Depending on who you pick, you take the seam away from whatever safety is there. Great throw by Lamar Jackson.
Known for his blocking, galloping the other way on a perfectly thrown Jackson pass. 55 yards officially. First and goal at the 4. Henry sledgehammering, diving to the 1. Got Osai and others jumping on him, trying to bring him down. They do it the 1, second down and goal. It takes a village to bring down that man.
It definitely does. And although he's had a historic day in terms of some of the numbers he's put up, he's averaging under 3 yards a carry today. So good job by the Bengals defense. We talked about some of those bodies coming back up on that defensive line. But the thing you have to remember about Henry, as the play fake goes to him there.
Second goal, touchdown. Likely. Got it. And he beat the linebacker Wilson. And just like that, Lamar Jackson has led a beautiful drive, slicing through the Cincinnati D. And now they're back in business, down by 4. That stopped 17 unanswered, scored by the Bengals.
Well, and that didn't take long. That was a quick response to what the Bengals have done offensively. And great play fake, good play design. And another excellent throw by Lamar Jackson.
They'll go for the extra point. What a fun game. High scoring, as is the DNA of this series. And put on through by Justin Tucker. 3-point game, 24-21 between them. Burrow with 3, Jackson with 2, and a close one in Cincinnati.
Well, you said this is a lot of fun, right? We've had some high scoring. We've had some great quarterback play.
They're going to leave it in the end zone. Charlie Jones to a knee, and downstairs to Melanie Collins.
Well, guys, an update on Bengals rookie right tackle Amarius Mims, the 21-year-old who has taken the place of the injured Trent Brown and has excelled since entering the starting lineup. He has a left ankle injury. He is questionable to return, and he had tightrope surgery on his left ankle in September of 23 when he was at Georgia. So a history of issues with that left ankle. It'll be Cody Ford in there at right tackle in the interim.
Well, we appreciate the update. It's 1st and 10. Burrow 226 through the air. Chase Brown. And into a thicket, brought down by Roquan Smith. 34 of Cincinnati, gain of 4, 2nd and 6.
Well, coming out in the second half, both teams had pretty good play design when you consider what they wanted to do and attack. Bengals coming out with a long drive, methodical down the field drive, had a big 3rd and 15 conversion, a 3rd and 10 conversion. On the other side, Baltimore talked about taking some big shots, and they did exactly that as they got a quick answer, quick score.
Just to follow up on Mel's story, again, the 3rd different right tackle for Cincinnati 5 games in. 2nd and 6. Moss is in. Brown the block. Screen to Moss. And from behind, chasing him down, Michael Pierce, who didn't play last week with a shoulder injury, gets him from behind for the Ravens. It is a gain of 5, and they're out to the 38. 3rd down coming up.
Well, good read by Pierce. He's in the middle of the defensive line. He recognizes the screen right away and is able to chase it down and prevent the 1st down from happening. Great hustle on his part.
The #1 defense in the NFL, Baltimore. #1 run defense. They've not allowed a 100-yard rusher. They have allowed just one 300-yard passer, and that was Dak down in Dallas a couple of weeks ago. 3rd and 1. For the block. And the 1st down throw. And it's Jamar Chase. Out of bounds he goes, working on Stevens on 3rd and 1. He got 5 and a 1st down to the Cincinnati 43.
Well, that's just playing pitch and catch with your best player. Seeing I got man-to-man across the board. I'm going to trust him to make a couple steps, make him miss. Nice easy throw out to the left flat, picking up the 1st down.
Again, operating with 6 defensive backs. And they play Hamilton close to that line of scrimmage. 1st and 10. Yep, they were moving. Cincy.
Offense number 75. 5-yard penalty. Still 1st down.
Former Raven Orlando Brown.
Well, that's the thing. When talking to the Ravens this week, you'll see Brown there on the left tackle. He starts too early. But talking to the Ravens this week, they said that's what you have to do with Joe Burrow. If he knows what you're running from a coverage standpoint, from a personnel standpoint, from a rotation standpoint, he said he'll pick you apart. He's one of the best in the league for a reason. So we've got to find ways to disguise it. Right now, Joe's very dialed in on what they're trying to disguise and being able to take advantage of it.
Here they come. 1st and 15. Higgins grabbed once, then taken down by Hamilton. Slowed down in the play by Simpson. Pickup of 8 yards after catch. They've had a lot of big-time players from Buffalo leave as they remade their roster. 2nd and 7. Outside they go, all hurdling. Like Edwin Moses. He's just past midfield and picking up 5 and bringing up 3rd and 2. All. They had their eye on all in that draft. He can block, he can catch, and he can clearly hurdle.
Well, it just allows them to use more multiple tight end personnel groups. Gesicki also part of that.
3rd and 2. 5 of 5 this half on 3rd down, the Bengals. And 6 of 10 for the day. Here comes Smith. Picked up by Moss. Pressured on Burrow. Caught for the 1st down. It's Chase working on Brandon Stevens. The gain inside the 33 in Baltimore territory. 15-yard pickup on 3rd and 2.
Well, the cadence and the timing of it all. You see how the ball came and like nobody moved because they weren't really sure. So then it was just a matter of playing pitch and catch to the outside, and the timing wasn't as smooth. They thought maybe they had him off sides, and so they snap early, and it wasn't the smoothest thing we've seen today, but the completion in the 1st down, the Bengals will definitely take.
How about Bengals on 3rd down today?
They've been incredible. 7 of 11. How about that?
1st and 10. And Brown is lassoed as he takes it in. Roquan Smith was right there to the 33, gain of a yard, 2nd and 9.
Well, and a lot of those 3rd downs, especially here in the 2nd half, haven't been like the 3rd and 1, 3rd and 2 variety. They're picking up some yardage.
Look at your reigning MVP, the 2-time MVP, Lamar Jackson, who they're giving a lot more responsibility as time goes on at that line.
Well, and this is just the 2nd year in Todd Monken's offense, and it's something that Lamar feels really good about as he continues to grow and learn in this offense, and the responsibility, as you said, Kevin, and giving him more opportunities at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 9, they bring 4 outside for Brown. Redwell, pretty play, Arterius Washington. Nickel cornerback and safety coming through, tripping him up, gain of 3, 3rd down. They're at the Baltimore 30.
We just got done talking about the Bengals and the success that they've had with 3rd down conversions here in the 2nd half. So far, 6 of 6.
Burrow, 24 of 31, 266 through the air. Well, you get by that first week, last 3, now 4 games, he has been lights out. For Cincinnati, playing well. 3rd and 7. Blitz is on. Burrow releases. Caught downfield. A nice grab right there by the tight end, Mike Gesicki. Picking up 12. Banged on the play. Stevens got him to the 18 of the Ravens and a 1st down.
Well, you know he's going to take a hit. You know the pressure is coming, so you try and put it on his body. Instead of extending or leading him to where the defender can knock the ball loose, you try and put it between his numbers so he can use his body to protect himself. Good location with that pass. Gesicki taking a big shot, but able to hang on to it.
Moss back in. 1st and 10. It's Moss. Oh, got a nice block in there by Kappa. And a flag thrown as he works his way. Pile driving inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, immediately you think that's going to be a holding call, and then you see the Bengals helmet on the ground, and you're like, well, maybe his hands to the face.
Illegally use some hands. Hands to the face.
Good call, Trent. You saw it. You saw it.
Well, in that territory, it's like, oh, you're going to get a holding call here, and then you see the helmet rolling around on the ground. You say Owe with that hand up in the face mask, and
Marcus Williams finally made the stop. But with the penalty in tow, it's at the 5, and it's 1st and goal for the Bengals. Quarter will come to a close. Bengals are on the move. They were down 7-0 and 14-7. Last year, Baltimore took both against the Bengals. Here we are, Cincinnati scoring position, starting the fourth, leading by 3. And looking for their first win at home this season. They're 0-2. All Burrow. And the run with a nice tackle made by Travis Jones on Zach Moss.
And Kevin, you and I were talking about this earlier today, just the urgency that the Bengals have to have. You know, if they were to lose this game, 0-3 at home, 1-4 on the season, those are hard things historically in the NFL to overcome.
I think we were told 105 teams had started 0-3 at home, and only 5 of those teams have made the postseason. You see the time of possession. 2nd down and goal. Burrow. Touchdown. Yosifas. Well, that was Brown who got it. Chase Brown.
Chase Brown, after rushing for a couple of touchdowns a week ago, this time coming out of the backfield. You see Gesicki, he's on the outside working a slant. It's just a slant-flat combination. You catch him in man-to-man coverage, you get some leverage, and he has the speed. Ran a 4.43 40 at the combine. He has the speed to get to that front pylon, get in the end zone.
Chase Brown gets it. First receiving touchdown this season. Former high school football player in Canada. Bengals will tack on one more with Evan McPherson.
Seeing their friends are here, so how about that?
Janelle Green, who plays volleyball at the University of Cincinnati. Here's the kickoff. Collier boots it away. The rookie running back, as he tried to scoop it up on a hop at the 8, and out of bounds it goes.
Well, here's the thing. It's all about the landing zone, right?
Yep.
You got to land between the goal line, but he touches it. If he didn't touch it and it went out of bounds, then you actually would have get the ball at the 30-yard line. But because he touches it and it goes out, now it's spotted at the 8 where it goes out of bounds.
But the last drive led by Jackson was terrific and quick. And that's what they need right now here in the 4th. Joe Burrow has thrown 4 touchdown passes, tying his career high. And it's a 10-point Bengal lead. And Jackson will take over with the 1st and 10 for the Ravens. Hill is the back. Blitz is on. Hill the block, and Jackson to the air and caught. Here's the other tight end, Andrews. Grabs it, working on Jordan Battle, who's taking the place of the injured Dax Hill. First catch for him, 27-yard pickup through the air to the 35.
I'll repeat again what John Harbaugh told Melanie coming out at halftime. We have to take some shots up the field. They've given us opportunities up the field. If they're going to stack that many guys in the box, here's Lamar.
On the run, there was a nice block in there by Stanley, and he wheels his way down to the 47 of Cincinnati. 18-yard run to New York and Coach Cowher. Ball at the 47. 18-yard run by Jackson. Stanley the block. And low and incomplete. They're looking for the running back Hill, and a flag thrown on the play with the coverage with Hubbard and others over there in the vicinity.
Holding. Offense number 77. 10-yard penalty. First down.
Fa'alele will pick it up, the guard.
Pretty easy to see right here. He just gets a hold of Hill and just brings him down as he's getting beat to the inside. Easy call for the officials.
That was inside. Jermaine Pratt was defending outside, the linebacker. 1st and 20. Justice Hill is the back. Derrick Henry today on the ground, 11 carries, 30 yards. The Bengals have done the job on him. 1st and 20. Here they come with the pressure from Hendrickson, who chases. Oh, look at him spin. Look at him corkscrew and
He's
try.
so elusive.
Look at he split downfield. Down to the 44. He is something else. That was a gain of 12 by Jackson.
Well, likely there with the chip before he releases. He wheels once he sees the scramble. I know he thinks he's open, but when you're scrambling the other way, you're not going to look all the way back across field. So, yes, he was open, but based on where Lamar's eyes were and where he scrambled to.
Hendrickson putting pressure on the 2nd down and 8. And a crossing pattern caught at the 32-yard line. Tackle made by Turner. The grab made by Zay Flowers, his 8th catch. And it's a gain on the play of 12, another one, and a first down for Baltimore. And again, they've moved downfield beginning at the rate into Bengal territory.
Well, we talked about some contested catches that the Bengals have come up with. That time, Zay Flowers using strong hands, bring it in.
Lanier and slashing his way down inside the 25 is Hill. Goes to the 24 of Cincinnati. Plenty of time, down by 10, gain of 7 right there.
Plenty of time, but they're having success with this up tempo that they've used offensively, so they're going to go to the line of scrimmage again and just try and keep this thing rolling.
2nd down and 3. It's Jackson again, the fake. Hurdles one defender, dives and gets close to the first down. He is so nimble.
How many times do you think Geno Stone had an opportunity to hit him in practice and couldn't? Now he gets an opportunity and just a little hurdle and not get me that time. Look at him, he turns around.
How fun is he? Meanwhile, Henry watches 3rd and 1. Justice Hill, he's got the first down to the 19-yard line. Stopped in the middle there by Hubbard and others. Hill gets it. Here comes Henry back on the field. And you can see the Ravens with their 38th game of 100 yards or more on the ground, the longest active streak in the NFL.
Well, and I wanted to get to this earlier. Derrick Henry only has 11 carries at this point in time, and really that's just the flow of the game right now. Time of possession, all those different things. But he's just as strong in the 4th quarter because of the way he conditions and takes care of himself. That's when some of his big runs come.
1st and 10 at the 19. Henry out of the backfield with the catch. Only his 6th of the season and brought down on the play by Murphy. And the gain to the 16. It's a pickup of 4. And it's 2nd down.
A lot of times when you get the up-tempo offense going in a non-traditional 2-minute type situation, you get down into the red zone, you need to change personnel groups and make sure the communication is on point. That's why these last couple of plays, they've huddled things up.
You see the success in the red zone today. 2nd down, 6, Henry on the move. Jackson fakes, blocked by Stanley. Low, grabbed Andrews at the 2, scooped it in, rolls. They'll put him at the 3. It's 1st and goal, and he's a 13-yard gain through the air by Jackson, who's kicking himself because he had an open tight end.
Well, it's a wheel route to the outside, and it's a skinny post to the inside, and nobody covers Andrews. Because the ball's low, he has to go down and make sure he secures the catch. By doing that, that allows the defense to recover, and you can see Jackson not happy with himself.
How about the speed with which Baltimore has moved downfield? They're at the 2, and it's 1st and goal. 3 tight ends, Henry in the backfield. Ricard in motion, to the air goes Jackson. Caught, that's a touchdown. Grabbed on the play by Kolar. The tight end has grabbed it, and Jackson again has just worked his way with great efficiency downfield. Kolar with the touchdown reception.
Well, time of possession has definitely weighted the Bengals here in the 2nd half, but production is the same from both of these teams. Kolar chipping on his way out, trying to get a late release as everybody floods to the right side of the field. He sneaks out left. Good placement of the ball by Jackson. Good job by Kolar, keeping the defender on his back. Coming up with the touchdown.
His first touchdown reception of the season. And here comes Tucker. On that drive, Jackson was 5 of 5. Extra point is good. And another 3-point game. Quarterbacking today by both. And the Raven tight ends, a group that has not seen a lot of attention. 7 catches, 111 yards today. 2 touchdown receptions.
A couple of quarterbacks with 7 touchdowns and no interceptions, so that's a pretty clean day.
That's a great day. This is in the end zone. It'll be left there. Touchback to the 30. Kohler just caught a 2-yard touchdown pass. And Mel, we've got some kind of game, 3-point game. Let's go down to you on the sideline. We are. Yep, we're thinking of her. Thank you, Mel, and you congratulate all those people in their fight with cancer. 1st and 10. 3-point game, 9 to play. It's Burrow quickly outside. Chase looking for blocks from his tight end. He gets 2 of them, and he's off to the races. It's a foot race. Working against Stevens. Jamar Chase, touchdown!
Well, we just talked about the Ravens and their quick response. Now 1 play, and Jamar Chase 70 yards later with a quick response for the Bengals. The last 2 games, he's had 203 yards total and 3 touchdowns. Today, he already has 174 yards receiving and 2 touchdowns. Tremendous afternoon for Jamar Chase.
Burrow, a career-high 5 touchdown passes today. McPherson, the extra point, 38-28. What about the blocking of Eric All? Joe Burrow has thrown for 353 yards and 5 touchdowns. Lamar Jackson has thrown for 243 and 3 touchdowns. And there's a look at Chase. 9 catches, 174 yards for Chase. 3 straight Pro Bowl appearances, 3 straight 1,000-yard seasons. They'll take it at the 30 with the touchback out of the end zone. Remember, Burrow said before the game, and we led with this, that he needed to play a perfect game, and he almost has done it.
You know, here's the thing. He's completing a fraction of a point below 80%. So completing 80%, throwing 353, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions, as you just said. This is about as perfect as you can get. And here's the thing. The Baltimore Ravens and Lamar Jackson have been able to answer it here in the second half, keeping this game close. They've got to do it once again with under 9 minutes to go here in the 4th.
And move the ball at ease. 1st and 10. Hill is the back. Stanley the block. Going deep and looking for Bateman, and covered by Von Bell. Incomplete, 2nd down and 10.
Well, here it was, trying to take another big shot again. You see Von Bell at the bottom of your screen. He's trying to get over the top. He initially took a poor angle. Very fortunate this ball wasn't completed to Bateman over the top of him.
In the last 2 weeks, Jackson only threw 33 times. Today, he's thrown 26. Justice Hill is the back, and it's 2nd down and 10, and they rush 4. Underneath it goes Andrews. The tight end has been big today, rumbling his way for a 1st down to the 41. Hit by a couple, including Jermaine Pratt. Gain of 11, 1st and 10.
Well, here's that up-tempo that they had so much success with here in the second half.
Hill the back, 1st and 10, little misdirection. Oh, they get him from behind. What a play. Turned in right there by Akeem Davis Gaither. The linebacker comes shooting through and gets Lamar Jackson. They lose 2, back to the 38.
Davis Gaither is being blocked, or attempted to be blocked, by Mark Andrews, and Davis Gaither just throws the block away here at the top of the screen. Watch, he just throws it as Lamar tries to bounce to the outside. He can't cut inside because Hendrickson is there. He has to try going around outside, does Lamar Jackson, and what an outstanding play.
2nd down and 12. They bring 6. Jackson. And caught. Nice throw. Flowers again. Right in front of DJ Turner. 17-yard pickup. 1st down throw. 44 is Cincinnati.
Well, and that's the risk. You put 8 guys at the line of scrimmage. You're bringing everybody, going cover 0 with no help in the middle of the field, man-to-man across the board. You got your corners soft because you don't want to give up the big play over the top. If they're able to pick up that initial rush and give Lamar a second to get the ball out of his hands, excellent execution there by Lamar Jackson.
99 receiving yards on 6 catches for Flowers. 1st and 10. Jackson underneath. Ricochet and incomplete. Running back Hill was there. They also had Andrews in the vicinity. 2nd down and 10.
Well, I said this earlier. When a football gets tipped in the middle of the field, here it is. It's a little high, and it actually gets tipped at the line of scrimmage. Prior to Hill tipping it, a ball tipped in the middle of the field rarely hits the ground. Usually somebody's coming away with an interception, and
B.J. Hill got a hand on it.
Yep, he did. He did. That was excellent job there by our camera guys picking that up.
With a 2nd down and 10 for Lamar Jackson. And a diving reception is made. Flowers, what a day. Dejon Anthony falling on him. Pickup of 12 on the play and a 1st down to the 32. Yes.
That's the 2nd great catch in a row for Flowers.
That is terrific. 12 yards right there.
And he didn't catch the first one. He caught the 2nd one. That was the thing. He didn't come through, but he was able to concentrate and bring it in.
1st and 10. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. Pressure by Hill. B.J. Hill.
Say what you want. B.J. Hill is a difference maker today. What he's been able to do, they've missed him the last couple games. How many times have you called his name today where it's been in the running game, where it's been putting pressure on Lamar Jackson? And once again here, this is why he has to throw it away.
No Mike Hilton today in the secondary for the Bengals. Dax Hill, the starter, he is out with an injury. They got 5 back there right now. 2nd down and 10. Jackson deep and incomplete for Aguilar. Covered in the play by Jalen Davis, who was just elevated off the practice squad before the game.
I'm actually surprised that they didn't check to a run there. They only showed 4 guys at the line of scrimmage. Most of this game and mostly this drive, they've shown 7 or 8 at the line of scrimmage. That time they only showed 4. It was clear they were going to be in zone coverage, maybe hand the ball off, pick up 3, 4, 5, maybe even break a bigger one. But now all of a sudden setting up 3rd and long after the incompletion.
Nickel secondary, 3rd and 10. Jackson underneath the cross, Tylan Wallace. And grabbed from behind by Geno Stone, his former teammate. They get to the 20. A flag. Late hit. It's on Hendrickson. It's on Cincinnati. They got 12 on 3rd and 10. The ball at the 20. And now the penalty.
And Kevin, you can see Vinovich. He says, you landed on top. Watch, he drives him.
Can't do it.
When you go to hit him, had he put his arms out and not put the full body weight on him, I don't think it would have been a penalty. The hit, I don't think, was late. It was the way he landed on top of him. And you could see when Hendrickson was talking to Bill Vinovich back there about it, you could see Vinovich kind of giving that angle like, hey, you drove him down into the ground. So that's a costly penalty.
It's 1st and goal. And again, Jackson has brought his team basically the length of the field. 1st and goal from the 10. Look at the time. There's a block by Rosengarten. Here they come. There he goes. Out of bounds. Slipping away at the 6 goes Jackson. Picks up 4. 2nd down and goal. Clock at 6:04 and continues to tick with 3 timeouts.
The Bengals rush 3. That drops 8 into coverage. They put a wall of defenders at the goal line. Another wall of defenders 5 yards deep. Those are tough throwing angles for Lamar Jackson and not a risk you want to take at this time of the game. That's what extended the play. You try and extend it to buy it and find some lanes. He wasn't able to, so he ran it for a couple yards.
Justice Hill is the back. Likely in motion. He bobbles it. Scoops it in. Vacuums it home. Here comes Hubbard. Oh, he threw him away like a rag doll. And he throws in the end zone. Caught! Caught for a touchdown! Caught for a touchdown by Likely. Absolutely amazing. How in the world did he keep it together and then find the open receiver? Oh, Lamar Jackson.
Well, and it left the crowd stunned. Like the entire stadium just went quiet. First of all, he drops the snap and he can't get it, and he's trying to look up. Hubbard nearly has the sack right there. He extends the play to the boundary, and before going out of bounds and taking a hit from Pratt, He throws one up to the back line, and likely's back in the corner, and he's able to find him, just throws a jump ball, and what an incredible play by Lamar Jackson, and just exhausted frustration from Sam Hubbard.
He's thrown 4 touchdown passes. He's thrown for over 300 yards. And the Tucker extra point makes it a 3-point game again. Probably the best game the NFL has seen through 5 weeks. This has been a beauty.
Well, it's a drop right there, but he keeps his eyes up, and instead of just jumping on the ball, he's like, well, let me pick it up. And Hubbard, incredible effort by Pratt and Hubbard, but Jackson just, how he's able to get that, and that's not a penalty. He still had the ball in his hands when he's making contact. He throws a ball that likely can get.
These quarterbacks have combined, just jaw-dropping. These quarterbacks have combined for 9 touchdown passes. They've thrown for 654 combined yards.
We got 5.5 minutes left.
And no interceptions.
Oh, my gosh.
Just incredible. So the Ravens will kick off. And Tucker with it at the 35.
Well, if there's anybody joining this that wants to see the ending of this crazy game, make sure you go back and watch the first 3.5 quarters, because this has had everything you could want in a football game.
Charlie Jones leaves it in the end zone out to the 30. Touchback completed 11 consecutive passes. Today, 353 yards and a career-high 5 touchdown passes. 2 to Chase, 2 to Higgins, and 1 to his running back, Brown. It's 1st and 10. The lead is down to 3, as it's been many times today, as Baltimore has come back time after time after time. Chase here, dumps it off. Here comes Chase, and out of bounds. Stayed in wisely. Caught it, picked up 19, hit the deck. That is Cincinnati 49, a first down. 10 catches for him.
And how about the fact Mims is back out on the field? He left, had to go get what we assume was x-rays because they carted him off. He's back in at right tackle. They were down to their 3rd tackle. Mims is back out. Chase now closing in on 200 yards receiving.
Roquan Smith was over there to make sure he was down. The accuracy of Burrow, my goodness.
Over 80% on the day.
1st and 10. He's got Higgins, who slips right by Stevens. And then he was brought down by the linebacker, Trenton Simpson. On 1st and 10, he picks up 11. They put him at the 40 of the Ravens. 1st and 10.
And Kevin, how about the last 2 completions, both to Jamar Chase and here to T. Higgins? They both get near the boundary, and instead of stepping out of bounds, they both go down inbounds to keep the clock moving. That's awareness by your 2 top receivers.
Four times, Baltimore and Cincinnati have been 3 points apart in this game. Most of those, Baltimore coming from behind. It's Moss on 1st and 10. And from behind, Owe got him, rode him down. 37, pick up a 4, 2nd and 6.
Well, and he's going to be hurt. Well, I don't think it had all the elements for a hip drop. They put a specific checklist as to what constitutes a hip drop tackle and what would cause a penalty. Now, the effect of this play is going to basically be the same as a hip drop, because you're falling on the back of the legs of the ball carrier. Owe falls on that right leg, that right lower leg, so it has the same impact that a hip drop. But a hip drop is when you grab them and then all of a sudden you swing your legs in front of the player or in front of yourself and almost bring them down backwards.
That's a good explanation. There is an injury on the field. We step aside with 3:45 to go in the 4th, and the Bengals leading by 3. So Zach Moss walked off under his own power. Chase Brown is taking his place. And you mentioned the right tackle back in there, and he was for that last play. Amarius Mims, the rookie out of Georgia, after he left earlier with an injury.
Well, and he's just making the 2nd start of his career. The rookie 1st-round pick out of Georgia, 6'8", 350 pounds, got carted off the field. So as we said earlier, I assume he went in and had to do x-rays just to confirm that it wasn't broken, but he's back in the game and playing.
So Brown will be at the side of Burrow. 2nd down and 7, leading by 3, and each team with their 3 timeouts. They rush 5. The throw on the money to Higgins on a quick slant. Brought down by Stevens. Down from behind. Gets the first down to the 28-yard line of Baltimore. Gain of 9 on 2nd down and 7.
Well, this is just perfect execution. Baltimore takes the timeout here because with the first downs continuing to mount up and staying in bounds to keep the clock running, now down to 3:08. Baltimore uses a timeout to get things stopped, but just perfect execution by the passing offense of the Bengals today.
Stay tuned for the NFL Today update delivered by Little Caesars, time permitting. All the latest NFL scores and highlights coming your way. We've had 73 combined points in this game with these two teams, and this is the most ever in a game in this rivalry between the Ravens and the Bengals. Usually high scoring, but nothing like this. And the artistry at quarterback is off the charts, and the receivers and the tight ends for both teams have both been amazing.
It has been phenomenal. This is not the game if you're looking for defensive football. No. You're not going to get a 9-3 game. This is up and down the field all day long.
1st and 10. It's Moss back in there. And Moss grabbed as he hit the line of scrimmage, immediately brought down by Travis Jones. All 6'4", 338 pounds of him. Another timeout by the Ravens. 3:05 to go in the 4th. Baltimore down to 1 point. 1 timeout, excuse me, and Cincinnati with the 3.
For the Baltimore Ravens, so I anticipate them trying to be aggressive still.
The running back Brown goes to the top of your screen. 2nd down and 10. Burrow, there's a whistle, 3:04 to go.
Yeah, I think Orlando Brown, I think left tackle moved early again.
Offensive number 75. 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
He's done this many times throughout his career. He's been called on it, and we'll see it again. He's right at the bottom there. He just moves a tick too early. Trying to time out the cadence. Left too early. That's 2 or 3 times today, right, that he's been called on that? Yeah. 2 times today?
Cincinnati 4 penalties, Baltimore 5. 2nd and 15 as they tack it on back to the 33.
Well, Chase and Humphrey are 1-on-1 at the top of your screen here.
Here goes Burrow. It's picked off! Intercepted by Humphrey! Humphrey's picked off the ball for the Ravens. It's the game's first turnover. That's his 2nd interception of the season. And it couldn't have come at a better time for Baltimore. 15th career pick. He's having a good season, and that makes it even better with an interception of Joe Burrow on the game's first turnover.
Well, it's a slant, flat combination, and there's contact there, but it's under 5 yards. He just gets inside position. Burrow trying to lead this, and Humphries is able to come up with the interception. Thought he was making the safe throw, but Humphrey with the outstanding defensive play and effort coming up with the pick.
Now, can the defense of Cincinnati, which they've not been able to do, contain Baltimore?
Well, and coming into this game, what was this defense going to do to stop or slow down the rushing attack of the Ravens? They've done a good job stopping the run, but not stopping the pass.
1st and 10, they go underneath, and it's picked up right here by Rashad Bateman. Takes 3 guys to bring him down, and finally they do. As he takes it with the movement to the 36, he picks up 9 on 1st down. 1 Baltimore timeout, down by 3.
And Kevin, you have to remember who they have kicking over there for Baltimore. Arguably the best kicker in NFL history in Justin Tucker. So Ravens, though, want to go down and get a touchdown here, not try and tie it up.
2nd and 1, the pressure up the middle, and Lamar has to throw it away. They were bringing the heat with Geno Stone and others. It's 3rd and 1 for Baltimore after the pick. With Tucker warming up on the sideline. They brought Logan Wilson and they brought Stone.
Well, they're trying to hurry up against the line of scrimmage here on 3rd down to cause some confusion for the Bengals, not let them get organized.
5 in the secondary, 3rd down and 1. It's Hill, and he spins for the 1st down. Hard-earned run right there.
How about that?
As he crashes into that defense and he picks up 2, and it's 1st and 10. That's a big first down to the 38.
Well, it's a huge first down, and Ricard with the block, it's able to free him, and great job getting that first down.
Hill is in, 1st and 10, and that's a mid-range pass, which is caught and backpedaling to the 44-yard line, and a hard-earned yard right there, and it's picked up on the play by Tylan Wallace. The 2-minute warning, 1:56 to go. Baltimore has a timeout, Cincinnati 3. 3-point game, Jackson on the move. He's got 329 yards through the air and 4 touchdowns. Humphrey just picked one off. Burrow, first turnover of the game with the interception by Humphrey. Now at the 42, 1st and 10.
Well, they got 8 stacked at the line of scrimmage.
It's Lamar Jackson, the block, and the drop. Flowers with the drop. The block came from Hill, so time was there. Looking for a quick hitter, incomplete. 1:53 to go. Baltimore 2nd down and 10.
Well, they gave the appearance of a blitz. They dropped 4 out, only rushed 4, so you hit the underneath, and instead he drops it. Wouldn't have been much of a gain unless he was able to make some of those guys miss, but still plenty of time.
2nd and 10. Five defensive backs. Jackson blocked by Stanley. Underneath they go. Andrews, who backpedals into the grass, but Pratt not out of bounds. He is swung at the 37-yard line of the Bengals. Gain of 5. 3rd and 5 coming up. They spot him at the 38. Grab that face mask.
He did. That right hand gets around the face mask. About rips the helmet off.
Yep.
He's looking, he's not even out of bounds yet. He's not down yet, and he's asking for the penalty, which he should have been. He had a grasp of the face mask and nearly ripped it off his head.
3rd and 5. Zeros on the clock, delay a game.
No, I think they called timeout. They got the timeout.
Third, the final timeout.
The flag was dropped, but it was after the timeout had been called.
Well, and John Harbaugh was right next to the official. He knew it was going to be close, and he got it called in time.
3rd and 6 and out of timeouts, and at the 38 and down by 3 as Tucker warms up. He has missed from 53, 56, and 46, all wide left. In the first 3 games, did not attempt a field goal against Buffalo. 3rd and 6.
7 guys stacked at the line of scrimmage for the Bengals defensively.
They rush them all. Jackson hit as he throws, incomplete. 4th down. Blitz was on. Tucker is on the field to try to tie it.
How about Lou Anarumo dialing it up that time? Most of the day he's at 8 or 7 at the line, and most of the day he's been dropping out a number of guys and not bringing all-out pressure. That time he brings all-out pressure and forces the quick, inaccurate throw.
The ball will go down at the 46. It's a 56-yard field goal to tie the game. In the final 2 minutes of the 4th quarter, he is 27 of 30. This for the tie, and he got it! Tied at 38. 56-yard field goal by Justin Tucker.
I know you mentioned the misses that he's had this year, but I can guarantee you that sideline was 100% confident that this was going to go through, because Justin Tucker has done it his entire career. But let's think about the Bengals now offensively. You're Joe Burrow. You just threw the interception, but now you have a chance to go down and get your team in position to win this game. You have 1:35. You have all 3 timeouts left. You've got plenty of time to get yourself in position.
That was a season-long 56-yard field goal to tie it by Tucker. 1:35 to go, tied at 38.
and it looked like it would have been good from 65, right? It's like,
well, he knows all about
he
that.
knows all about
he
it,
knows
right?
all about that distance.
As a quarterback, you have to have a short memory. Joe Burrow's last throw was an interception that Humphrey jumped on a slant route to chase. Ball in your hands with 1:35 and 3 timeouts. This is what you asked for.
Out of the end zone, 30-yard line, touchback, 1st and 10, Burrow. 3 timeouts, tied at 38. The Bengals winless at home, 0-2. They won their first game of the season last week after beginning the season 0-3. Baltimore has come in winning 2 straight games at Dallas and last week beating Buffalo. Burrow is ready. 30 of 38, 392, and a career-high 5 touchdown passes. The back is Brown, and it's 1st and 10 for Burrow. Up the middle they come, and down he goes. Matabike got him. Devours him. Sack back to the 23. Loss of 7. Big time play. First sack for him. 13 last year. First of the season right there. And the clock is ticking.
Well, they line 5 at the line of scrimmage, and they bring the heat. Matabike able to get that sack. The clock is moving now, almost under a minute, but you do still have 3 timeouts.
Second down, 17. Burrow getting a block right there by Volson. And feeds to Higgins, who lost the ball. Coverage by Wiggins, the rookie. Incomplete pass. 3rd down and 17.
Well, I'm giving this credit to Wiggins. They've gone after him a couple of times today, this time with Higgins on him, but watch Wiggins' left arm. He's able to get it in there and pull it away.
So, Trent, you got 53 seconds to go. You have a 3rd and 17. In the wake that Tucker can kick. I mean, this is kind of an interesting call right here.
Yep. I still think if you're getting pressure here, you want to throw, you're thinking like if they're lining up, do you get a screen, get something quick, get it out of your hands? Instead, they go with the draw.
And it's Brown, who will be shy of the 1st down. Hit on the play and brought down Eddie Jackson. He picks up 9. Baltimore is out of timeouts. That clock is going to tick. The ball to the 32-yard line of Cincinnati.
So after the sack on 1st down and no production really on 2nd down, you have to make the decision. Do you get risky and give an opportunity, or do you, as we just saw there, you run the draw, let the clock wind down, punt it, and hope it's not some kind of miracle play by the Ravens at the end of the game, so this thing gets to overtime.
Play clock is at 5. And that is the first one. Well, we now have most of the country here in Cincinnati welcoming you to an 83-degree day and fireworks in every way. The 2 quarterbacks have been sensational. 111 for Baltimore. Here is the punt. Rico. They let it bounce, and it will die at the 11. And no time remains, and overtime is here. 57-yard punt. And we've got more football to play in Cincinnati. And if you're just joining us, Baltimore came in with 2 straight wins at Dallas and last week on Sunday night against Buffalo to even their record at 2-2. And Cincinnati began 0-3, then won last week for the first time at Carolina against the Panthers. Joe Burrow and Jackson have played terrific football today. Derrick Henry, who has been a headline maker this season, especially the last 2 games for the Ravens, only 11 carries and 30 yards. He has not been effective.
And that was one of the big storylines coming into this, knowing the Bengals defense, run defense, wasn't very good.
They won 10-minute, maximum 10-minute overtime period. Both teams will have an opportunity to possess the ball unless the first team scores a touchdown, there's a defensive score. Each team has 2 timeouts. All replays are upstairs. 4th quarter timing rules are in effect. Any questions? Baltimore, you're still the visitors. Heads. He called heads.
Kyle Van Noy.
You want the ball between the kick. Baltimore will receive first in overtime. Good luck, gentlemen.
The Bengals will have an opportunity to get the ball on offense.
Bengals will kick off. Evan McPherson. Deep back, they have Collier and Hill. And out of the end zone it sails. A touchback to the 30-yard line. It'll be first down and 10 for Lamar Jackson. So here are the rules in overtime.
You got a 1 minute, 10 minute, or 1 10-minute period. A TD or a safety on the first possession wins the game. Score is tied. You see all those things there. 2 timeouts per team. No coach's challenge. All up in the booth. We've had a great one here in Cincinnati.
If you're just joining us, the Bengals did not have Mike Hilton today, starting nickel. They lost their other starting corner, Dax Hill. So they are deep into their rotation in the secondary. Jackson, 25 of 40. Henry the back, first and 10. It's Henry, and grabbed by Hubbard. No gain on the play, second down and 10.
As you said, Kevin, well over 300 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions, taking advantage of the secondary that's injured.
83-degree day here in Cincinnati. But it is not taking its toll, but it is warm. Second down and 10. Flowers on the move, over 100 yards receiving. It's Henry. Rosengarten the block. And around his ankles he finds Hubbard, who's had a big day defensively, including a safety earlier in the game. And Derrick Henry picks up 8. Setting up third down and 2 for Baltimore. The numbers and some outstanding individual performances.
Well, it really has been. Both quarterbacks have played outstanding. As we have a big third down, the crowd tries to get into it here. Getting to a third and short. Baltimore on the day, 8 of 13 on third down.
Henry sledgehammering and has the first down, nudging it by the 40. Gaining 3 on third and 2, first down Baltimore.
Baltimore's had a lot of success taking some shots up the field because they've focused so much, the Bengals defense, on stopping the run that it's given them some one-on-one opportunities up the field. Thus Lamar Jackson having the day that he's had. With the first down here, don't be surprised with the play action and trying to push it up the field a little bit.
Henry and Ricard in the eye. First and 10. Fake to Henry. Blitz off the side. Picked up nicely. The blitz came from Bell. Look at Jackson continuing to evade one tackler after another. He's short to Bateman. It's incomplete. Covered by Osai. And it's second down and 10.
Well, they had that play action dialed up, but Von Bell coming off the edge. Ricard's able to pick him up. But Murphy, who's back this week after missing the first 4 games, is putting pressure, not allowing any time for Lamar to push it successfully up the field.
There's a nickel secondary, and it's second down and 10 for Jackson. Justice Hill, the back. Blocked by Stanley. Here goes Jackson. Trying to bamboozle him, and he takes it up to the 46. And not buying the fake was Logan Wilson. Hitting the deck. Jackson, the reigning MVP, picks up 6, make it third down and 4 here in overtime.
Well, that time the Bengals only rushing 4, dropping 7 into coverage, and Jackson seeing a lane up there, so good response. How about the leverage by Pratt there, not allowing him to get outside, knowing he had Logan Wilson coming from the other side. Once again, another big third down.
Jackson to the air, caught by the back pedaling Bateman. Takes it into Bengal territory at the 38. It's a first down throw on third down, picks up 16, first down, Ravens.
Well, this is man-to-man coverage, and Taylor Britt's lined up on him, and just a quick little stutter at the line of scrimmage. Able to get away from it, accurate throw, 5-man pressure, so you're in man-to-man. Good first down for the Ravens.
They come in 2-2. Bengals at 1-3. A look at Joe Burrow. Just under 400 yards passing and 5 touchdowns. So after that 3rd and 4 completion of 16, first and 10, 39 of Cincinnati. Henry back in. Bobbled it. Loose. It's picked up. It's picked up on the play by Pratt. It's picked up by Pratt. Baltimore is fumbled. Bengals take over.
What a huge turn of events. What a huge turn of events. You know, they were trying. You could see Jackson clapping his hands before the snap because the play clock was nearly at 0. I don't know if that took the concentration off. It looked like his eyes came up at the last second. He had the drop snap at the end of the fourth quarter that he was able to get back and extend the play to get a touchdown. This time not able to get the ball back.
And now the Bengals take over, and a field goal could win it.
Any score at this point in time now wins the game.
1st and 10. Running back is Brown. All in motion. Brown the call. Following the block in there by Kappa. Burrows his way to the 38. No gain. 2nd down, 10. Evan McPherson warming up on the sideline.
Oh, just a brief lapse in judgment. Taking your eye, Lamar Jackson, you can see just sick to his stomach over there. He took his eyes up to look at coverage right at the last second. The ball goes through his hands, and he's not able to bring it back.
McPherson before the game made every field goal at this end of the field. 2 tight ends, 2nd down 10. Chase Brown is the back.
And Chase is one-on-one up top with Stevens.
Timeout taken Cincinnati.
First charge timeout.
1 left for them and 5:42 to go in overtime.
Sorry, I got excited thinking, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're putting one-on-one up top. We'll take another look at Lamar's eyes right as this ball is coming up to him on the snap. Watch his head. Right when the ball comes, he goes to glance up. He just takes his eyes off for a second. It goes right through his hands. And then it's a matter of kicking around it.
Burrow playing almost a perfect game. In his words, I had to be perfect. He has been pretty darn close. Each quarterback has turned it over. A fumble by Jackson moments ago. Burrow threw a pick. Now 2nd down and 10.
Well, now you got Jamar Chase against Wiggins, the rookie, the 1st-round rookie. But you got him down here one-on-one if you want to take that shot.
Chase Brown with a burst to the 35. It looked like it had some daylight, and he only picks up 2, carving his way to the 35. Now 3rd and 7. Clock is ticking. McPherson warming up. The wind will be at his back should they try that field goal.
If you can't tell, I'm a little aggressive. I'm like, why? It seems like they're just trying to set up the long field goal. If I had an opportunity with Jamar Chase and knowing that he's already got 10 catches for 193 yards and 2 touchdowns, although it looks like right here they're just going to stack it up with big bodies and try and get to what part of the field do you want to try the field goal from?
Extra lineman is in there. That's Cody Ford. Hand off here to Chase Brown. On that 3rd and 7, nothing doing. Hit by Matabike. And so here comes the kicker, Evan McPherson. He has made all 3 of his kicks this season beyond 50. And right here, 53 yards it looks like to win it. Baltimore's 2 timeouts. He had a 56-yarder last week at Carolina. As the head coach,
Timeout. Cincinnati.
Zach Taylor
30-second timeout.
is taking their final timeout. McPherson has been terrific in 4th quarters and in overtime. He's made 14 consecutive 4th quarter and OT kicks. This is his first field goal attempt today. On the season, he's 9 of 10. Like we said, a 56-yarder last week in Charlotte against Carolina. Wind at his back, but it's not strong. If he makes it, they win. From 53 yards away. Nope, he missed it. Wide left. And the Ravens are alive. The hold by Rico, the punter. The snap by Adamitis. Watch the hold. Ooh.
Oh, he dropped it right before he got it down.
Rico is a rookie free agent.
He caught it, but then as he's going to place the ball, it slips out of his hands as he's placing it. He's lucky to even get it back up. But that throws everything off mentally if you're the kicker.
And now here come the Ravens taking over at their 43. It's a 1st and 10. Here comes Henry. Ricard a block. Here he goes. Rocketing down the sideline. Breaks a tackle. Down to the 5. Galloping 51 yards. Derrick Henry has done it again. Look at the block by 42 Ricard and Stanley, and he's off to the races.
They had done such a good job containing him for most of the day. The biggest run up until that point for Derrick Henry was 7 yards. He was averaging under 3 yards per rush. A missed field goal, and one play later, now the Ravens are in position to win this thing.
Baltimore's taking a timeout. Henry, 14 carries, 40 yards. In his first 14, he had 40 yards, and in that one, he had 51. And he gives them a 1st and goal, and the ball is at the 6. And they're going to try to win it with a field goal chip shot here by Justin Tucker. So a couple of miscues late. One by Jackson. But the missed field goal of 53 by McPherson on the bad hold by the rookie free agent punter. And now Tucker will try to win it. A 24-yarder. Ravens have won 3 consecutive games, and they do it on the road. And Lamar Jackson goes to 9-1 against the Bengals. And Baltimore wins a beauty against the Bengals. In overtime, 41-38, and Tucker with the game winner.
Well, we had everything in this game, and you have to remember Tucker hit a 56-yarder at the end of regulation to send this to overtime. So both quarterbacks played well. Derrick Henry came up big with his final carry of the game. Jamar Chase was outstanding.